Y'all doing? So I was on Twitter, and I always look for inspiration because when I want to share things, and I have to give it to Ice T, aka Tracy Morrow, known him as a rapper, actor. He done a little bit of everything, and Law and Order. He didn't play both sides of the law. Remember, and talk about a cat that flipped the script and kept a career going. You have to give it to Ice T. Done those commercials, funny. Cat's got wit, very versatile, and always been able to keep himself right in the middle when he had to. Because I will say this about Ice T, he doesn't get the due on it. He is the godfather of Snoop Dogg. And then how Snoop became America's favorite uncle, the Leo Coco, the Martin with the hip hop, well, Ice T paved that way. He made that real fashionable because he was that dude that could be a cool contradiction of being able to blend with everybody and yet keep that street and yet kind of had that kind of edge. So anyway, he got a great post over there, and I had to share this one because I had to take it, but I had to talk about it. He talked about it's called American BS. He says if you're Hispanic, build the wall. He says if you're Arab, ban Muslims. He says if you're black, black meaning BLM are terrorists, black are terrorists. He says if you're white, they got all kinds of excuses, blame the video games, the music, the movies, etc. He's right. Trump talked about building a wall. Black Lives Matter have been called terrorists by Tucker Carlson's and the whole Fox racist agenda and Steve Bannon, all that trash. All them trashes done said that garbage. Arabs try to say ban Muslims. The senator, she had to go through it out of Minnesota. She went through that. So there's nothing. But when white boys do it, they feel sorry for them. They kill people that want to take them to Burger King. They want to pat them on the head. You're going to be okay. We're going to sympathize with you. With Timothy McVeigh. I remember Suge Knight told a story where he was doing prison. He had to go to the same jail as McVeigh. He said they threw him in the cell. Said Timothy McVeigh, they was trying to comfort him and Nichols too and all that. This is how it gets downplayed. Gets downplayed. And it is done in such a way that, America just shows its true racist lines all the time. People who always say, well, black folks and talk about me and say, oh, you always bring up race. I said, well, you know what? America throws it in your face because they don't consider you American. They put a label, they tag you. They never consider you American unless you're white. And I don't make that up because you always have to prove that not only do you can do or understand, but also you have to comprehend and read between the lines. But Ice T's part is spot on. American BS of how they label different ethnic groups to fit in the criteria when there's gunplay involved. Nobody white, no one ever said anything about Dick Cheney shooting that judge on that trip. He can get a slap on the wrist. Mm-hmm. No one ever says, well, with John Hinckley attempted on Reagan because he watched Taxi Driver. No one said that. And Taxi Driver was a classic movie. Pouring that point up this. Because this has been going on in the culture. Oh, and the reason why I bring up John Hinckley and Taxi Driver or Mark David Chapman who killed John Lennon is because that had nothing to do with rap music. So when you hear these idiots trying to say, oh, it was all hip hop and all the rapper and all that, well, that was a day and time when they weren't talking about no black artists. Think about it. And especially when they blaming the R&B. When James Brown, Apartment Funkadelic, or Cameo, the Bar-Kays, Earth, Wind and Fire, or the Commodores, or Kool and the Gang, or whoever band you want to put, that didn't have anything to do with Mark David Chapman killing John Lennon, or um, Helter Skelter with Charles Manson and that whole crew, or John Hinckley. He used Taxi Driver. See, that's the double standards that's involved. Please hit like, subscribe, or welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And if you get a chance, go to Twitter, check out some Ice T's commentary. This hit the point. American BS. The standards, the double standards that comes to race and guns in America with 3 Ks. I'm out.